Who doesn't love an amazing cup of hot chocolate? It's the perfect drink for anyone with a sweet tooth. Decadent cocoa, some marshmallows, and all sorts of goodness. Now, Vancouver has an annual hot chocolate festival where cafes, bakeries, chocolatiers, and ice cream shops around the city show off their creativity and concoct a uniquely delicious hot chocolate experience. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I've attended this festival before. There are amazing hot chocolates, and I love a few places that I always go back to, but there are some rather mediocre ones and others that are just absolutely inedible. One of the places we went to was Uno Gelato, a well-known gelato shop. Unlike most gelato shops in Vancouver, which are Italian-owned, Uno Gelato is actually Colombian-owned. So my Colombian girlfriend and I were super excited to try this Latin and Colombian twist on hot chocolate.
Uno Gelato, even though they're Colombian. Do it with a Colombian accent.
I don't know. Uno Gelato.
Okay, fine.
They have two flavors, Miguel and Mango Mayhem. Now, I apologize for starting on a negative note, but personally, I don't think they present very well, at least appearance-wise. That being said, I've been to a fair amount of hot chocolate places, and a lot of them don't look super appealing either. Though I've definitely seen worse. Some places just have brown water in a paper cup, a classic to-go hot chocolate, nothing special. The Mango Mayhem actually looks okay-ish, but the Miguel looks kinda weird in a small flat bowl. But my girlfriend says that's just how it's served in Colombia. Now the Miguel has mozzarella cheese, bread, crumbled decales, and then they add the Colombian chocolate, vanilla, cinnamon, and cloves. And then they top it off with a bunch of marshmallows. Now this sounded weird as fuck to me, but my girlfriend assured me that this recipe was an authentic Colombian beverage, with the exception of the mozzarella and marshmallows. Usually they use a different cheese and no marshmallows at all. As you can see, my girlfriend freaking loved it. Now real talk, it was better than I anticipated. Little bit savory from the crackers and bread, little bit sweet from the marshmallows, and this cheesy gooiness surrounded by chocolatiness. Though good, it was still a very foreign flavor and concept to me. But I took it as an opportunity to learn more about where my girlfriend came from. By the way, the cracker somehow goes very well with the hot chocolate. It's actually quite good. My girlfriend had a very different experience. She had an authentic happy tears moment, and she just started breaking down and crying. Because honestly, this reminded her so much of home. In Vancouver, there aren't that many Colombian restaurants, let alone dessert places for us to go to. So this really was a blessing, and we really appreciate it. Look at this big old baby. Look at this big old baby. Now, Mango Mayhem was very different. First of all, it's made of oat milk and Venezuelan chocolate. This hot chocolate is infused with Alfonso mango and a subtle kick of pink pepper. The rim is coated with tahini and a hint of lime. It's also served with coconut sorbetto. Now let's start with things we like about it. It's dairy-free, vegan, and gluten-free, so it allows for everyone to try. And the coconut sorbetto is actually really good. Now, I'm not a chocolate connoisseur by any means, and definitely not a Latin hot chocolate connoisseur. But I'm gonna be brutally friggin' honest. I don't understand this hot chocolate at all. It's a little spicy, a little sour from the lime. It's not that sweet. The mango isn't that apparent. Like maybe it's from a certain Latin country, but I don't get the appeal at all. And my girlfriend didn't like it either. But again, maybe it's me, like maybe I just can't appreciate this flavor profile. But if you did try it, let me know what you think. The coconut sorbetto was actually so good that we felt like it was a waste to put it with the mango. So instead we paired it up with the Miguel, and it was so freaking good.
Yeah, go for it. Right, it's good. Right?
All in all, I was really happy we could find something my girlfriend could enjoy in a way that was meaningful to her. So without a doubt, we preferred the Migao. The Mango Mayhem was just chaotic. My second stop was Melt Confectionary, one of my favorite chocolate and ice cream spots. If you've never been here, you are missing out. It's a humble little spot with lots of character, and their creations are often quite unique, so I was super excited to try this. Now, word to the wise, this spot is quite small, so seating is often an issue since it's so popular. But I assure you, the chocolate and ice cream is well worth the wait. The first hot chocolate we tried was the Teller of Fortune, shaped like an orb made of a smoky bubble. The ingredients were very much a mystery. What I did know is that gluten-free and vegan options were available, and this is a big plus. My friend Josh actually does a great coverage of Melt hot chocolate. Make sure to check him out. Now, my Teller of Fortunes actually came out like a big bubble butt. The barista offered to fix it, but I thought this was funnier this way. After all, there ain't nothing wrong with a bubble butt. The next one we got was called the Friend of Melt, Subo Bakes. It's a combination of a dark milk and tamarind hot chocolate, with a white chocolate with ganache. To top it off, there's tamarind caramel and a spiced and salted rim. The hot chocolate is served with a spicy tamarind and caramelized white chocolate cookie. So just a tip, if you're gonna take a photo, do it fairly quickly. Even though the ganache is super thick, it's still gonna sink. And for the Teller of Fortunes, well, I popped that booty bubble right away when we opened the door to sit outside. The wind was just too strong for such a sensitive booty. If you want to take pictures, I suggest you do them inside. And the table outside wasn't that sturdy, so when we accidentally kicked it, it just exploded everywhere. Flavor-wise, the Teller of Fortune was a smooth, moderately sweet hot chocolate. The flavor isn't crazy exotic or out there, but it's simply a well-made hot chocolate. Milky, moderately dense, and super chocolatey. And of course the bubble makes it quite aesthetically pleasing, which I really adore about it. And if you don't want an adventurous, spicy, sour mango hot chocolate, this is the one for you. The Teller of Fortunes also came with this cute waffle cone fortune cookie, which was very on brand as an ice cream shop and with the theme of the hot chocolate. Unfortunately, we forgot it was a fortune cookie, took bites out of the cookie, and was wondering what this chewy thing was. If you haven't noticed by now, we had a very messy experience overall. Totally our fault though. The Friend of Melt was a much different experience. The white chocolate whipped ganache and caramel makes it so good. It adds a beautiful sweetness on top of that strong tamarind flavor. I wasn't sure I'd like tamarind in my hot chocolate, but actually it was so damn good. The cookie, which is more moderate in flavor, had a nice chew and paired incredibly well with the hot chocolate. This is why I really like Melt Confectionary. They know what they're doing, and it always ends up being fantastic. This is for sure a must-try spot. They also have more hot chocolates coming out in early February, so keep an eye out for their amazing creations. The Hot Chocolate Festival usually has 2 rounds of hot chocolate, one coming out in early January and the other one coming out in early February. The next spot is Union Market. It was my first time there, and it was in such a cute little neighborhood. This little hidden gem is a bakery and a cafe that seems to be best known for the delicious baked goods. This spot was surprisingly busy despite how quaint this area was. It was a bit dark inside, but there was a beautiful patio outside, and we decided to take advantage of it. I was crazy excited for this hot chocolate. It comes with the hot chocolate itself, a panna cotta, and a Portuguese custard tart. It's a white chocolate hot chocolate with a flaky caramelized panna cotta sitting above it. It's beautifully caramelized like a creme brulee. And then you got this perfectly golden Portuguese tart. This whole thing feels super extra in a good way. The Portuguese egg tart was pretty good. It wasn't overly dense and it had a sweet yolky flavor with a bit of crispiness around the edges. Though it didn't come out warm, it was rather cold in fact, but otherwise really good. The white chocolate hot chocolate on the other hand was sweet as all hell. It tasted like a cup of condensed milk. The flavor was okay, but it needed to be like 10 times less sweet. It was way too sweet for me. The panna cotta was the highlight. It was milky and sweet with a fair bit of crispiness. It was rich but still light and fluffy. So freaking good. Honestly, if the chocolate was something less sweet, neutral, or even tart, it would have paired way better with the Portuguese tart and panna cotta. And the panna cotta and the Portuguese tart were well worth a try. Honestly, if you have a sweet tooth, I highly recommend this for you. But in general, I recommend Union Market. It's super cute and quaint. I love it so much. We finished everything, but we had to leave the hot chocolate behind. It was the third hot chocolate of the day, and we couldn't afford any more sweetness in our lives. Now, I love the Hot Chocolate Fest. There's some ups and some downs, but that's the thrill of the adventure. Thanks for tuning in. And of course, if you liked the video, like, comment, subscribe, you know what to do.